Hey guys, before starting this video, I'm going to be doing a lot of demonic grills in the background. That's what I'm going to be doing the whole time while I kind of talk about what I have to talk about. But just to get into it, basically Hurricane Matthew, if you guys did not know, if you're not on the East Coast or in the United States, did hit the East Coast pretty hard, the Southeast Coast, initially hitting Florida, then, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, then Virginia. And I live in Virginia, so we didn't get the hardest part of it. I live on the east, it's like the southeast coast of Virginia. And if you didn't know, I work for one of the. If you want to look this up, I work for the second biggest insurance company, in auto claims. I work for the claims department. And this past week, they were doing a lot of overtime, offering overtime basically so you can work extra to get this. Because they were anticipating the storm was going to hit, and they were actually going to move us from Virginia up to Fredericksburg to work and pay for our hotel and everything because they were anticipating the storm was going to hit. But then the news kept saying that the storm was like barely going to hit us. We were only going to get like 8, maybe 12 inches of rain at most, and they were saying that like hours before the storm hit. So I was working Saturday. I did some overtime on Saturday, so I didn't play a lot last Saturday too. I worked from Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. all overtime, and I was checking the weather all day, and the news was barely saying that the storm was going to hit us at all. And I was watching the radar the whole time, and it looked like the storm was headed straight for us. I was like, okay, not a lot of rain is coming, whatever. So what I did, I left work at around 3 o'clock, went home, hung out. It was like the sun was like out. It was weird. Went over to my parents' house, hung out over there for a little bit. We were doing like engagement party planning and stuff because if you didn't know, my engagement party is actually next weekend, and so we were hanging over there till like 10 o'clock or whatever. We knew it was raining outside. We didn't know how bad it was. So when we left around 10 o'clock, the neighborhood, the storage drains or the rain drains, whatever they're called, they had started to flood. And the roads, like on the side of the road in my neighborhood, they were starting to flood up too. I was like, holy crap, this rain's getting up pretty high. And we were driving a Honda Odyssey, so it was like a minivan, to go back to the house where I live. And so when we got out of the neighborhood onto the main road, the the main road had completely flooded, and the road we were driving on is they were doing a lot of construction on it, like expanding the road, and there was a side road that wasn't flooded that was blocked off by cones and stuff. So we had to go drive up on that side road to get around the flooded area on the main road to kind of get to where we wanted to go. So as we were driving down that road, you could see all this water on the sides of the roads, like flooding up. We're like, holy crap! Good thing we left now. So we pull up to the one of the main intersections about where I live, and the whole intersection was completely underwater. Like, holy shit! We're sitting there at the light, like, light turns green, and my fiance's like, "Yo, the light's green." I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I went, and there's in the intersection, there's maybe like, I want to say about a foot of water, just standing still in the intersection. So we drive right through. Like, okay, we made it through this. We get to the other side of the road. It's just like a straightaway on the other side of the intersection. There's no turns for about a mile, and it's blocked off on the left and the right side by the curb. We got over to the intersection. That was even deeper in water, and we're like, holy shit, we got a long stretch to drive through all this water. So that was probably about a foot, maybe I don't want to say 2 foot, but maybe a foot and a half of water that we were driving through. And we're like, oh my god. And like I said, I work in insurance claims, so I hear stories about people's vehicles flooding when they're driving through water. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna be one of these people. So we kept going, driving through this water, like driving slow, like holy shit, if we get stuck here, we're fucked because the storm had just hit and it's gonna storm the rest of the night. And no one's gonna be able to come out and get us. We're gonna have to walk home up to waist deep water, basically, which is one of our friends had to do actually, which kind of sucked. But we actually made it all the way home, and which was insane. We turned the news on. We're like, what the hell? They didn't even, because like I said before, in Virginia, they didn't even think the water was going to be bad here. I've lived here like my whole life, and the flooding has never ever been this bad. I mean, when Hurricane Katrina came, we lost power for like 2 weeks, but the flooding was not like this. So it was pretty insane. Um, so that next day I was supposed to work overtime on Sunday too, but I couldn't make it to work because all the main roads had completely flooded. There's trees falling over in the roads and everything like that. And so it was pretty insane. That's I wanted to let you guys know. That's why I haven't really been playing, because there's a freaking hurricane, and then to make up the overtime I missed on Sunday, the following Monday, I went in from work from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. We're like 15 something hours. Made some pretty good money, but that was a long ass shift. I did almost the same thing the next day. I worked from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., which was like 13 or some hours. So you guys can kind of understand that I've been pretty burnt out. Didn't have a whole lot of time to play at all. So that's kind of what happened. Good news though is that I do have basically all the clips for another Road to Ellie series. I'll probably get out this Monday. And another thing, like I told you guys before, my engagement party's coming up. So I took this whole next week off, Monday through next Monday. But I don't know how much I'm going to play because I'm going to have family coming in all week. Because on my side of the family, my mom has like 6 or 7 brothers and sisters, and they all have kids. And Mackenzie's got a pretty decent sized family too. So we're having all these people come over to my parents' house, and we have to decorate, food prep, all this shit for the engagement party. So I took off a whole week to do all that. I don't really know how much time I'm going to have to play. I'm probably going to play most of the day on Monday, but I think family's going to start coming in on Thursday. So that's going to be pretty hectic. So like I said, I really don't know how much time I'm going to have to play at all. But once the engagement party is over, I hope to get back onto my normal schedule of playing, because I know I was doing a lot of releases, like weekly uploads. I know it's been like every other week that I've been doing uploads, so I do apologize about that. But yeah, this was just kind of like an update video. I just want to keep you guys updated on what's going on with me, with my work and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. There should be a new Road to Ellie series coming out here soon. I think you guys will definitely enjoy it. So peace out, guys.